Rediscover your past by digitizing your family's memories with LEGACYBOX. Watch until the end of this video to find out more about preserving your legacy, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection. 1962 was a pivotal year in American history. The country was breaking technological barriers, while Cold War tensions brought the entire world closer to nuclear war than ever before. In 1962, the U.S. population sat at 186 million people and continued to grow as these moments define the year. The year began on January 1st, with the activation of the first United States Navy SEALs. SEAL Team 1 was established for the Pacific Fleet, and SEAL Team 2 for the Atlantic Fleet. This created the elite Maritime Special Operations Force that would become famous around the world. On February 7th, President Kennedy expanded the United States' restrictions on trade with Cuba. The new measures effectively created a comprehensive trade embargo against Cuba, a policy that has remained in effect ever since. Just 3 days later, on February 10th, American U-2 pilot Francis Gary Powers was released from Soviet custody in a dramatic Cold War prisoner exchange. Powers was exchanged for a senior Soviet intelligence officer who had been captured in the United States. February 14th brought an intimate televised look inside the White House. First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy hosted the nationally televised tour of the presidential mansion, showing 46 million viewers the historic furnishings and renovations she had undertaken. Then, on February 20th, America reached a major milestone in the space race. Astronaut John Glenn blasted into orbit aboard Friendship 7, becoming the first American to orbit the Earth. He completed 3 orbits before safely returning, turning Glenn into an instant national hero. Sports history was rewritten on March 2nd. That's when Wilt Chamberlain scored an astonishing 100 points for the Philadelphia Warriors while they were playing the New York Knicks. It remains the highest single-game scoring performance in NBA history. A new fast food chain began on March 21st, when Glen Bell opened the first Taco Bell in Downey, California. What began as a small Mexican-inspired restaurant would eventually become one of America's most recognizable fast food brands. On May 1st, the first Target discount store opened in Roseville, Minnesota. The new chain was created by the Dayton-Hudson Corporation and would eventually grow into one of America's largest retailers. Hollywood and politics converged on May 19th, when Marilyn Monroe performed her famous rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President for President Kennedy at a star-studded celebration at Madison Square Garden. On July 2nd, another future retail giant opened its doors. Sam Walton opened the first Walmart store in Rogers, Arkansas. The small discount store would eventually grow into one of the largest companies in the world. A week later, on July 9th, folk singer Bob Dylan recorded "Blowin' in the Wind." The song would become one of the defining anthems of the 1960s. Automobile safety was improved on July 10th, when Swedish engineer Nils Bohlin received a U.S. patent for his 3-point safety belt. The simple design would eventually become standard equipment in automobiles, saving countless lives. Baseball celebrated a historic milestone on July 23rd, when Jackie Robinson became the first African-American ever inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. This achievement highlighted his remarkable career, but also his historic role in breaking Major League Baseball's color barrier. On August 5th, America was stunned to hear about the death of Marilyn Monroe, who was found at her Los Angeles home at the age of 36. but questions surrounding her death would continue for decades. The Jetsons premiered on ABC on September 23rd. This animated series was set in a futuristic world filled with flying cars, robot maids, and video communication, offering audiences a playful vision of what the future might look like. On October 1st, a new late-night host took the reins of The Tonight Show. Johnny Carson took over from Jack Paar, and he would eventually become one of the most influential and beloved figures in American television. October turned dark on the 14th, when an American reconnaissance aircraft photographed Soviet missile installations being constructed in Cuba, just 90 miles from the United States. The discovery set off what was known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. October 20th brought another memorable moment in pop culture, when The Monster Mash reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. This novelty song would become an enduring Halloween favorite. Then, on October 22nd, President Kennedy addressed the nation in one of the most important television speeches in American history. He revealed that Soviet nuclear missiles were being installed in Cuba and announced a naval quarantine of the island. For the next several days, Americans feared that the confrontation could lead to nuclear war. On November 20th, the crisis finally came to an end. After the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, Kennedy lifted the American naval quarantine. The world had narrowly avoided a nuclear confrontation. The year closed on December 25th, with the release of the film adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird, the acclaimed novel by Harper Lee. Gregory Peck's performance as Atticus Finch would earn him the Academy Award for Best Actor and make the character one of the most enduring figures in American cinema. Recollection Road and LEGACYBOX both believe it's important to preserve the past. If you're like me, there's a box of your family's treasured home movies and photos tucked away somewhere, and LEGACYBOX can help you preserve them digitally. The process is a simple and safe solution for converting your home movies and photos to thumb drive or to the cloud. Just send in your LEGACYBOX filled with old VHS and camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures, and get back digital copies that can be easily enjoyed, shared, and kept organized. It's that easy. LEGACYBOX is trusted by over 1 million people, and it's all done right here in the USA. Get started preserving your past today. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to get an incredible 55% off. Buy today to take advantage of this exclusive offer and send in your memories when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to save 55% while supplies last. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to check the description of this video for links to pick up a t-shirt. Thank you to our loyal Patreon supporters listed here. Visit patreon.com/recollectionroad to join the club.